Happy holidays! You are now at Esthetician Unlocked and welcome to the Elaine. This is our last recording of the year and we all have so much to talk about. I was reflecting this morning on what happened this year, what all the good stuff, we call them AFs, sort of like what are our failures and what are our achievements, right? So kind of have some fun with that. Think about your achievements and your failures, your AFs. So I was thinking about the school as a whole, the company as a whole. And we were laughing and joking in our last in-service training with I never like to say staff because I feel like the collaborators, we all work as a team here at the Elaine Sterling Institute. So we were talking about reflecting on the year, on our achievements and our failures. So we kind of sandwiched it. We sandwiched it with what was a failure. Well, we had raining sewage from the store above us, raw sewage, right? And then we had an absolute achievement where when we did clean that up, where we started the barbering program. So that was an amazing achievement. And we've started to grow that and we're really enjoying the barbering program. And we've started to do clients as well. It's really exciting. So it's kind of exciting to have men in the building. So that's a big change for us too. Just all of our sort of issues with students and departments, and also think of some of the amazing achievements. We won School of the Year from American Association of Cosmetology Schools, their Golden Awards. That was amazing. We're still the winners of Bronner Brothers for our costume and our headdress. That was unbelievable. So we have so much to be grateful for. We have an incredible team and we have some new instructors and some new department heads. So we were just reflecting on all of our achievements for the year to kind of reflect and then grow for 2025. So I want you to think about, put to some of your achievements and some of your failures and kind of, I call it a sandwich. And then think about 2025 and where you're going to go from here. Where are you personally, where's your personal growth, and where is your professional growth? Because I honestly believe that the two have to be aligned. If you have chaos in your personal life, it's going to overflow into professional life. So the two have to be aligned. Doesn't mean they are all the time. So maybe you need to do some work, right? So I like, for example, to come home and my house is extremely organized and in order. So when I walk into my home, I can just go, this is my sanctuary, this is my peace, right? I don't have to run around and start cleaning up. And then that way I'm ready to start my day, right? And the same thing in my office. I like to have all my meetings scheduled in my Outlook. I like to make sure that I'm prepared for every meeting. I like to make sure I know what's going on. And I also like to do my research as well. So just some little things that I like to do to make sure I'm ready. And I'm also very excited about 2025. I kind of feel, and I think a lot of you feel the same way, that between COVID and now, between 2020, end of 2019 really, but 2020 to 2025, the last 5 years have been excruciatingly difficult because we had to get through COVID and then we had to just go running, and we've had so many knocks as far as business owners go, and then also globally with all of the wars and the disruptions, and it's just been, you know, weighing heavily, I think, on all of us. I think that 2025 can bring some hope for everybody, can bring some more clarity, some more order, some more growth emotionally and spiritually, and to really think about what you want for your life, spiritually, emotionally, as we grow as human beings. That is my hope for everybody. So what we did, a cute little thing, is we went around the school and we were going to call it the trash can, and then I said it was the trash talk, and then we decided it was the holiday can or the holiday talk. So a lot of instructors and students asked me questions. And so we thought we would just ask them and then have a thought. And I haven't looked at any of these, so God knows, right? So how do you manage being a single mother and being a businesswoman? And this is from Fela. Fela, that's an excellent question because obviously my kids are now older now, right? They're in their 20s and 30s. You don't manage being a businesswoman and a single mother. It's really, really hard. So it's every day. So what I do is I compartmentalize. I put all of my jobs, mom job, right? Business job, emotional job, all of the jobs that I have in boxes, and then I take them out the boxes. Let's say I needed to take something to school that day, that would be in the school box. So I would have to open up that box, drop the whatever I need to drop at school, close that box, go to work, open that box. So everything I do would be compartmentalized, okay? And also it is so hard being a single mom without support. That's why you have to be extremely organized. Have your calendar. The couple of rules I had with my kids, one's a funny one and one's just what I could do. I said, okay, because I had 2 children, I said, you're going to do one activity in school and one activity out of school. That was my rule. I couldn't do more than that. I just couldn't. All right. Then the other rule I had was that I, sure, like every mom, don't like cleaning up after their children. And obviously kids don't clean. That's what kids do, right? But my rule was that if I found anything on the floor, it would go to Goodwill. So sometimes my kids would come to me, Mom, where's my? I'd like, I don't know. So I think they learned pretty quick that Mom was really serious because it was really hard for me to work a 12-hour day, come home, cook dinner, and then clean for 2 hours. It was exhausting, right? And then also I had my days where I do the laundry on a certain day of the week. I do my cleaning of the house a certain day of the week. Compartmentalize everything. That's a really good one. And that's a great question because, you know, as a mom, I really felt like I failed. But I think the one thing that one of my daughters said in the book, which I thought was so heartfelt, was that she said that I was always present. So if it was soccer day, I was there. If I had to bring the sandwiches or the Capri Sun or whatever it was there, right? And I was present. It rained, sun or shine. I had my umbrella, I had my SPF, and I was there. I used to do the reading at the school. Kids loved it because of my accent. So I always made sure I was present and I had that compartment or that box always. Okay. If aesthetic wasn't your first option, what do you think it would have been? Cosmetology, massage, or nails? I always wanted to be an actress. I always wanted to be already on the stage. But thinking now, if I had a choice, I would love to be a soap opera actress because I think that's such a great gig because it's like 365 days a year, right? You're always guaranteed that check. I mean, I just think it'd be fabulous. So if I didn't do this, I would have loved to have been in film, stage, or television. Okay. What's the strongest things in your bras or what's the strongest thing on your BAS? I don't know about that one.
What's the strongest? Oh, I think this says, what's the strangest thing in your bag?
Oh, what's the strangest thing in my bag? But I have all kinds of strange things in my bag. I don't know. We should open it up and have a look.
Let's see.
Let's see. Pass me my bag over there. And let's see what we have in there because I'm a little bit of so I'm not a hoarder. That bag over there. I'm not a hoarder, but let's just take out a few things. Why not, darlings? Let's have a look what Elaine's got in her bag. Okay, so what do I have in my bag? A lip gloss, not very strange. I have, let's have a look. A pair of glasses, hand sanitizer. I always carry, this is a good business tip. I always carry some gift certificates in my bag. And so like yesterday, it was so cute. I went to FedEx to pick up something for the school And the lady in there was like, oh my God, I love your school so much. And I follow you on social media and you guys are so funny. And I've had my hair done there and I've had my nails done there. And I gave her a gift certificate. I said, please come and enjoy the school. I'd love to see you again. So that's a nice little business tip. I have this token. This is probably the weirdest thing in my bag. So this is a token for the Department of Education. I feel like I'm some sort of secret agent because when I log into the Department of Education, I have to like press and a number comes up, and how it knows my number, I don't know. And then I punch it in. So that's when I feel like I'm like the beauty secret agent. So that's kind of cool. Always this, because I'm always talking to people and I always need to have fresh breath. And and then, oh, a small deodorant. That's a good one because I like to use deodorant that doesn't have, any of the bad stuff in it. And so sometimes I need to reapply. So that's it. I wouldn't say there's anything strange, but that's my sum total of the excitement of my bag. But I think a nice business tip is carrying a few gift certificates on you to hand out to people. My gift certificate is they can have anything on the menu, but obviously I'm a school. So you could have, 50% off your first service or a free hand treatment or something. So that's fun. Okay, let's go back to we should say trash talk. I like that. Okay. When did you know that the beauty industry was for you and how did you get started? So I went to beauty school because I thought if I didn't make it as an actress, then I could do stage makeup, right? And then what was so great about it? When I started, I realized I was really good with my hands. So in school, I realized I was really good with this. So that's how I really got started. And I started working in in hotel spas. That was my start. Do you know the students by name? First of all, I'm really bad with names. That's something that I think it's because part of my dyslexia. It's really hard for me. So no. But I really do try when students come and speak to me to remember their names because it is important. And I love it when the students come speak to me. But it is a challenge for me with my learning disability. What are the components to success as an esthetician according to Elaine? Oh my God, this is a great question. You know what? Do the jobs, do the hours, do the shifts that nobody else wants to do, right? Because think about it. When are the busy times? Saturdays, Sundays, right? Certain nights of the week. Take those shifts until you've built up your clientele. When you're not working in the spa or salon, you're working on your business, right? You're promoting yourself wherever you go. If I'm standing in the line picking up my medications, whoever's behind me is a captive audience. So that's really, really important. Components of success. What does a day in a life look like for me? So I get up really early because I've got to walk the dogs because I've got to do their morning, poops. So I walk the dogs, I feed the dogs, right? And then I look at all my emails and I catch up on the morning news, what's going on in the world. And then I get ready. And then I come to the school. Sometimes I'll have, if it's online, if I have Zoom meetings and stuff, I can do it at home and then come into the school. But I think it's really important for me to be here so that I can be connected to the students and to my employees, because we are so creative that I think that we connect with each other's energy. And then in the afternoon, I'll go to the gym and then I'll go home. And the first thing I do when I get in the door is I have to pick up the dogs. And then I put my pajamas on and then I'll make some dinner and then I'll binge watch. I'm a binger. I know it's really bad. So I've been watching Silo. I love science fiction. So I've been watching Silo, Landman, Yellowstone, and Lioness. So those are the shows that I've been binging, and I love to binge. Oh my God. And the funniest thing is much later data. Well, it's later data, right? It's filmed in Atlanta. It's on Netflix. If you want to hoot, if you want to scream, if you want to laugh, I mean, I call it much later data, right? So it's people my age and older, and they're going on these dates. And they actually have a dating coach or a therapist, and she's phenomenal. And it's filmed in Atlanta. Actually, it's one of Michelle Obama's projects. But it's really, I think, the way she coaches these singles and also who she pairs them up with, I think is phenomenal. And some of them are really funny, and like, for example, this one man said that he likes and this woman was incredibly beautiful. So he says to her at dinner that he wants her to wear blonde wigs because he likes his woman to look ghetto.
Oh, no.
Now, I don't know what blonde wigs have to do with ghetto, right? Because I mean, we all have a blonde wig in our cupboard. So I mean, that you just, and the fact that he would say these things are this was just like a meet and I never call the first date really a first date. It's more like a meet and greet, right? Like sort of a first interview. So it was just interesting. Because I think what I found, like the women were more conservative and the men seem to be very handsy and sort of want to get, really fast. I don't know. I think men should like slow down a little bit, but what do I know? If you could use only one beauty product for the rest of your life, what would it be? Well, SPF, I guess, would be my one beauty product, if that's a beauty product. I have so many I love. I love beauty supply. I love makeup and I love skincare. So this is a real hard for me to have only one, right? Okay, let's do a couple of more. Would you trade lives with any celebrity? And if so, who? No, I wouldn't. Their lives are so public. And not only that, some of them have to stay relevant, so they have to make their lives public. Like they don't think that all of a sudden paparazzi shows up at a restaurant and then you see all of these people having dinner together. They were told they were there, right? They knew they were going to be there. So it's just they've got to stay relevant. And I think it's being so noisy. So I love the fact that I have quiet time. Wouldn't mind their money. But it's an industry, I think, that is the beauty industry can be pretty tough, but the entertainment industry, I could not even imagine. So I wouldn't want to trade places with anybody. I think that I live in my truth and my passion, and I'm very thankful for that. Okay, let's have a look. Let's do a couple more. What's the biggest shopping spree you've been on? I think the biggest shopping spree I've been on was in Spain. I was in Spain and the stores were just so beautiful. And every store gives you champagne, like from France. And they also, what was amazing, I think, about being there was the customer service. Like they just wanted to talk to you. They would give you information about where to go, what to do. Like it wasn't just how I feel like it's here now when you go shopping, you walk in, it's like, nope, they all ignore you. And then like, I mean, they'll bring out the wrong shoes when you want the shoes. So I feel like there is no experience here. I feel like the shopping experience is still an experience there. So I must say that was rather damaging. Okay. How will you spread your legacy when you pass? This one I've been thinking about a lot because I'm not going to be alive forever, like more than half my life is over. And nobody's going to remember me when I die. And I think what I'm trying to do now is just share my knowledge and my passion with all of you now. My book, my podcast, my videos. And by the way, spoiler alert, ding, ding, ding. There's going to be more videos and more technique videos in 2025. And quiet, the Book of Ease coming back in a digital version. So that's going to be exciting. Okay, so I'm doing it through those ways because if I think about some incredible estheticians, hairstylists that have passed from the 50s, 60s, the 30s, the 40s, like people don't even probably know that Helena Rubinstein was actually a person, so I'm trying to make sure that I do as much as I can now while I'm alive. And also I want to make sure that I'm passing the torch to the next generation, because there'll be another Elaine. Oh, there's plenty of people better than me now, right? So that's the important thing to me, is that I'm passing the standard, the passion, the etiquette, the professionalism, the techniques, so that we can keep passing it along, right? That's important to me. So that's what we're doing now. Oh, I love this paper, like the little scallops, and oh my God, and the calligraphy. She did such a beautiful job.
She's a nail student.
Oh, she's a nail student. Okay. What will you tell a 20-year-old planning to move across the country by herself, Maya? Maya, that's very, very brave. And I know where you're at, because I moved all over the world when I was a child, but I moved back to Atlanta, and I was alone here. So what I would tell you is to get out there, go to networking groups, right? Connect with people through social media, business people, right? Start creating a network when you're there, and be busy, because sometimes it's going to be lonely, and you're also going to miss things that are, things are very different when you're so used to Atlanta, or when you're so used to New York. Things run differently in different states, and they feel different when you're there. So I would say make connections early and get busy in your personal life and your professional life, right? Join a hiking group, whatever it is you like to do, yoga, church group, so that you don't feel alone. That's the important thing. And just be really, really busy. Okay. Would you rather 5 extra fingers or 5 extra toes? What? Well, well, that would mean I have 15 toes. I'm saying toes because with another 5 fingers, unless I have another hand, how am I going to do a facial or a demonstration? I mean, I'd have it amputated, to tell you the truth. I mean, I would, because how would I wear the cute shoes? So that's a hard one, but I would amputate those toes, get that foot removed. Okay. How would you encourage someone to start their own training? Does that mean own school, or does that mean own training program, own business? I think I'll just lump it all into one. Business, regardless of whether it's a school or it's a tire shop or it's a spa or it's a postgraduate training center, you are solving a problem, right? There's something out there that isn't the same that you have that somebody else doesn't have. So what is that niche? What is your niche? Okay. The other thing is that I want you to always think, who is my customer and where's my customer? Right? You're always looking for new customers, and you're always growing. So that's really, really important to do. Last one, which better be a good one for our trash talk, holiday trash can. Greatest achievement. What are you most proud of? My greatest achievements are my children. Absolutely. They are my best friends. They are my biggest judge when they keep me in check, and I learn from them every single day. I'm so grateful for them, and they are my biggest cheerleaders and my greatest friends. It's the biggest gift you can give somebody is time. Time with loved ones, time with friends, time with family. Sometimes time with friends is better than family, because you can't choose your family. Really, some of my friends are my family. So when I think of, this time of year, the greatest gift that somebody could give me, or I could give them, is spending time with them. I think that's something that I want you to think about. And that goes back to, I think, with being in the moment, and really think about when you're spending time with your family or your friends over the holiday season, is be in the moment with them, be present, be current, ask some questions, maybe write a little, holiday trash can with your friends and family, and put it in the jar and say, okay, let's all pick out some questions and really talk to each other, right? Nothing political, nothing about anything that's going on in the world right now, but just about who we are with some heart, really getting to know. You think you know people, but you don't. And so that to me is something I hope that you'll all take with you this holiday season and enjoy each other, enjoy time with family and friends. And then we can ring in the new year. We're going to have some really exciting guests in the new year, and do some great things, and always be in the Elaine. Thank you for being on Esthetician of Luck, and happy holidays!